Welcome to Takpo TV.
Thank you for having us.
Mr. Takpo, it is a pleasure having you on our show today.
It's my pleasure too.
So sorry for stressing you. With the lockdown situation, hope it wasn't too hard getting here.
Kind of, but as media people, we had to present some clearing documents.
Thank you once more for honoring our invitation. Going straight to the point now, we've heard of the federal government plans to ban generator importation. What is your take on that?
Thank you for that question. You see, in this country, we like doing things upside down. Why are you banning importation of generator? Is that the solution to our light problem? No.
But I thought that is a way of solving the light challenge in the country.
Solving what light issue? Generator is not our problem in Nigeria. Yes, let me say this. We have a Nigerian proverb that says, a man that brings home ant-infested firewood invites the lizards. Why? Because the lizard eats ants. So you are running around trying to chase the lizard away. Meanwhile, the ants are still walking all over the place, inviting the attention of the lizard. The lizard would never go away.
What he's saying is that the government should get rid of the ant and lizard will go away. If the government give us constant power supply, nobody will want to waste money to buy generator. And if nobody is buying generator anymore, the importers also will stop importing generator because nobody wants to import what they will not buy.
Exactly.
I see.
It's the same thing they did with rice. They banned rice importation. Meanwhile, you've not made adequate provision for local supply. Rice that was about 12,000 naira per bag has gone up to above 20,000 naira.
But that is a way of encouraging local production.
Okay, how many people are importing Ankara design clothes in Nigeria? None. Why? Because we have local designers who make good Ankara styles, and people are beginning to even prefer Ankara outfits to the English wears. Take a look. They are even making Ankara masks instead of importing masks from China to prevent coronavirus. Do you know that people even export Ankara-made clothes from Nigeria? Yes. When people in a country are equipped to produce something to a good standard, you won't be the one to ban imports. Back in the days in Nigeria, our rice used to have a lot of stones. That was the reason why people preferred imported rice, because abroad they have mills that refine their rice and polish them ready for consumption without picking stones. I've been in contact with the chairman of rice production in Ebonyi State before, and he told me that they have the capacity to produce enough rice to supply to the whole Nigeria. But their challenge is machinery. They don't have machines to assist them, no provision of irrigation system, and they need fertilizers.
But the government has been giving fertilizers to farmers.
Really? There's something you don't understand in this Nigeria. The government can tell you we budgeted 1 billion naira for agriculture. Then maybe 500 million out of that money is for fertilizers. What happens is that as this 5 million naira is disbursed from the top, the first hand that gets this money take their own share. By the time you even get to the state level, about 40% of the funds have been diverted. I don't want to really go into the details, but even when it gets to the local government level, there are still some man-to-man challenges that we have. So these things are not properly disbursed.
Was that a problem of the government? You made a point that the government disburses these funds.
If you send money to your son in school, will you not be concerned if the money gets to him or not? Why do we have BVN in Nigeria? That's your unique identity. And we have Ministry of Agriculture and Ministry of Works in every local government. If you go to these ministries, you see machines like tractors that have been abandoned for years, rusted, and some are even beyond repair. The Ministry of Agriculture should know the number of farmers in every local government. They can have a database of these people so that even from the federal level, you can assess and know that these are the number of rice farmers we have in the country, these are the number of yam farmers we have, and so on. These are the same people who are fighting for allocation of grazing land for herdsmen. Go to the villages. How many people can afford beef?
My uncle is saying that poor people cannot buy meat every day, but they must eat every day.
Takpo is not even a matter of every day. Some people, meat is never in their food timetable.
Okay, what has that got to do with
My point is this. If you are concerned about beef that not everyone can afford, yet you are trying to ban rice so that they can buy local produce, why not go to every local government that has rice farmers and see how you can create irrigation system for them to be able to farm all year round, and also provide for them machines that can hasten their farming process And with the Ministry of Agriculture having all farmers' records, the government can easily give grants, loans, and fertilizers that will reach these people without any middleman diverting the funds.
But do you think the government has the funds to buy these machines for all these farmers?
No, the government doesn't have to buy for every farmer. That is why I keep mentioning Ministry of Agriculture. If a local government has 3 tractors with operators and engineers to service this machine when they break down, then farmers just have to come to the ministry to book dates that they need these services. So if they come to plow Mr. A's farm today, in fact, depending on the size of your farmland, a tractor can plow your whole farm in 1 hour. So Mr. A, B, and C's farm can be worked on today, and by tomorrow you move to the next people in line.
The government doesn't have to buy all the machines at once now. They can say, okay, we are taking our first 4 years in the office to focus on and solve the problem of agriculture. Then they can put all the necessary requirements in place and make sure that our farmers can produce enough food for our consumption.
You are right, Mr. Takpo.
So like I was saying, by the time you have equipped the farmers to produce food that is cheaper than what you are importing, and the quality meets the one that you are importing, it is only a foolish man that will still want to import. Yes, that's the truth.
But the farmers have really been happy with their recent sales due to the ban.
How many of your family members are farmers? We are just talking of a small fraction of people as compared to the rest of us. You don't think of the suffering you are inflicting on the rest of the population just because of a few number of people. Some people have 4 or 5 children they are managing to feed. Then the price of rice became higher. How do you expect these people to feed their family? Because these people work with budget because of the economic situation of the country. They will pay school fees, they will pay rent. Let me ask you this. Do you import yams in Nigeria?
No.
How come China is exporting rice to us? Is it that they are starving their over 1.4 billion population so that they can export rice to the rest of the world? No. They produce enough to feed their own population and still have enough to export. We know how to copy nonsense from the rest of the world. But the things that we are supposed to copy, we don't copy those. Why don't we go and find out how these people are doing their own rice farming that is very productive, that they can feed their population and still export to us?
If it is to copy policies that will favor politicians, they can quickly copy that one.
Wow, it has been a good time with you too. So in other words, you're saying banning importation of generator and rice isn't the solution to our problem?
The government should stop inflicting unnecessary hardship on the people. Once they ban generator, you will see that the price of generator will become very expensive. Then you don't have light and you can't afford a generator as alternative. It is a stupid and lazy approach. Nigerians don't want to use generators. It is because we don't have light, that's why we are using generators. Solve the light problem and nobody will import generator anymore.
Also, if our farmers have the necessary support and machineries, they will produce rice that will have international standard and will be cheap enough that we won't have to import.
Don't you wonder that despite the cost of shipping, import duties, and profit of the importers, foreign rice is still cheaper than our locally produced ones? Your farmers can't sell cheaper than their cost of production. We need organized and mechanized farming to solve food problem, and we need constant power supply to solve generator problem. Do the right thing and these things will ban themselves.
Thank you both so much for coming. It's been a pleasure talking to you.